Hi, welcome to this comprehensive guide on optimizing After Effects performance. In this video, I will reveal the secrets to unlocking the hidden potential of your software and achieving up to 200% faster render speeds. Tip 1. Enable GPU acceleration. GPU acceleration is a critical factor in maximizing After Effects performance. To do this, we need to go up to the File, Project Settings, and make sure that we select Mercury GPU acceleration, and then OK. You should always check that every time you start a project to make sure that that is actually selected, because if it isn't, you will only be using your CPU instead of your GPU. This will speed up the rendering tremendously. Tip 2. Optimizing RAM allocation. Go up to Edit, Preferences, and select Previews. Go up to GPU information. So move your mouse up and click on the RAM available here and make sure that it's at the maximum. So you can click on that, you see the arrow, just drag it across to the right and make sure you're using the maximum amount of VRAM. This way you'll get the most out of your graphic card. Tip 3. After Effects uses disk cache to store temporary files that can improve performance, especially for complex projects. To enable disk cache, go to Edit, Preferences, select Media and Disk Cache. Move up to the top and you'll see an area saying Disk Cache. Make sure you enable that, and also select your hard drive where you want your disk cache to be. Don't store it on your OS drive, make sure it's a different drive to that. Select the size you want. This will be depending on the size of your hard drive. Select the amount of gigabytes that you want to reserve for your disk cache. Tip 4. Optimize preview cache settings. The preview cache stores temporary files for playback, and optimizing these settings can improve performance. To optimize these settings, go up to Edit, Preferences, go to Media Disk Cache, and if we move up to the section for Media Cache, Clean Database and Cache. If you click that, and it will clean the database and all of the preview files that you're no longer using, that's not needed. Tip 5. Multi-frame rendering allows After Effects to process multiple frames simultaneously, further enhancing rendering speeds. To enable multi-frame rendering, go up to Edit, Preferences, Memory and Performance. Make sure Enable multi-frame rendering has been checked. Tip 6. Optimize RAM allocation. After Effects relies heavily on RAM for efficient operation. Allocating more RAM to After Effects can significantly improve performance. To optimize the RAM allocation, go to Edit, Preferences, Memory and Performance. If we go up to the top, we can see we have memory section here. Notice you've got After Effects, Premiere Pro, and all of the Adobe suite here. And what it will do is it will share the memory with all of these programs, depending which ones you have running. If you have more than one running at the same time, then it will share that RAM. But if we only have After Effects going, normally it's sort of set around about 12, something like that, depending on how much RAM you have. What we need to do is make sure that we bring that back, pull it right back, so we reserve as much RAM as we can for all of the Adobe applications, including, in this case, After Effects. Hi everyone, if you're enjoying this tutorial so far, be sure to give me a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. Tip 7. Use a dedicated GPU. After Effects is a GPU accelerated application, so using a dedicated graphics card can make a big difference in performance. Tip 8. After Effects is a memory intensive application, so having enough RAM is essential. The amount of RAM you will need will depend on the complexity of the project and the number of layers and effects that you're using. Tip 9. Pre-render footage whenever possible. If you think you are going to be using a particular piece of footage multiple times in your project, you can pre-render it into a movie file. This will make it easier for After Effects to play back and render the footage in your final composition. Take a look at my After Effects project here. I created a space scene with a nebula and stars, and I'm scanning, and as I track through this, as you can see, I can actually move through this quite well. And the reason for that is because I pre-rendered it. As you can see, there are lots of layers here. This is just the main stars that you're seeing, which has a glow, and I've used optical flares for this. But the main space scene, I have pre-rendered it. So if we go and have a look, I've actually pre-rendered this into a movie file. So I removed the heavy lifting from After Effects by pre-rendering out a movie file of those particular effects, and then disabled those effects and replaced the effects with the movie file, which then takes the load off After Effects and enables us to be able to keep working in After Effects with very complicated scenes. Tip 10. To enable Windows GPU scheduling, go to the Windows Start button, go up into Settings, select Gaming, Gaming Mode, Graphics, and at the top here we see it says Change Default Graphic Settings. If you click into there, you'll see a section here saying Hardware Accelerating GPU Scheduling. This will not only speed up the After Effects program, but also any other programs that you're running as well, and generally make your PC run faster. Thanks for watching. I hope these tips help you unlock the hidden potential of After Effects and achieve blistering fast rendering speeds. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more After Effects tutorials and tips.